boards of Southeast St. Elizabeth, Party President, General Secretary, Vice Presidents, Phillips and Scott, other special guests on the platform, and of course, I mentioned him as a Vice President, but tonight he is your candidate. I want to take a few moments to remind us that in the National Table of Precedence, which is a list that rank the VIP them for the entire country, in a parish, the mayor is described as the first citizen. The mayor is the top-ranking citizen in every parish. So when you see so many of us from St. Catherine traveling as part of the deputation of the mayor of St. Catherine, it is intended to confirm three things to you. One, him an orphan. Two, he is our treasurer. And three, he is going to transform the life and the livity of the people of southeastern St. Elizabeth. History has a way of repeating. The last time I was in Junction at a candidate presentation, we were presenting Richard Parchment. And when I spoke, I said, vote for Parchment for Parliament. Little would I have known Richard would use that as his slogan, Parchment for Parliament. Well, since the last time I came to a candidate presentation, the candidate that was presented went to Parliament, not as a guest or as a visitor, but as a member. I fully expect that being here tonight at a candidate presentation, again in Junction, again for the Southeast St. Elizabeth candidate, I fully expect that we will see him in Garden House, not as a visitor, not as a guest, but as a member. There is a third coincidence that I believe is important to note. The last time St. Catherine and Region 4 sent somebody to St. Elizabeth to win a constituency, that person was yours truly, and that constituency was won by 4,902 votes. Me no mean other vote number me get. That was the majority of victory over, when did name Donovan? Corey Samuels? Corey Samuels. So now that St. Catherine has exported another of its citizens and Region 4 has relinquished another of its officials, we are expecting that Southeast St. Elizabeth will treat him on election day exactly the way I was treated by Northeast St. Elizabeth on election day. Fourth and final point that I want to make. I have been more an observer these days than a gleaner. And I have been watching closely a situation developing across the society. The anger level against the way the country is being governed is increasing. But you know something, comrades? I don't want to see that anger in likes on TikTok. I don't want to see that anger in retweets on Twitter. I don't want to see that anger in shares on Facebook. I want to see that anger in votes for the PNP on election day. social media has its role because especially the young people them, that is how we primarily have chosen to communicate. But on election day is the only day in democracies where princes and paupers, the rich and the poor, the beggars and the owners of capital become equal in the exercise of their franchise, and that ballot is the tool of equalization and the only opportunity people like we have to guarantee at least 4 years into our future. So election is not a day for excitement and happiness alone. Election is the most important day that people who live in democratic societies have that opportunity to say to the world and to each other, we choose change. And the change we choose is a change for better. We choose progress because in that progress is how we will live better. And we choose development because it is only through development that one generation passes on wealth, knowledge, power, vision, and potential to the next generation. Comrades, of all the things you will hear tonight, I am asking you humbly, when you leave here, if you remember nothing else, remember this point I'm about to make. It makes no sense if we come to the rallies. It makes no sense if we go on the motorcades. It makes no sense if we go on social media and refer to Mark Golding as the next Prime Minister of Jamaica, if we don't also on election day go to the polling station and vote for the People's National Party. Southeast St. Elizabeth people, I wonder if you don't hear me a while ago. The motorcade, them are fun, you know. The rally, them are fun. Because especially when the selector draw the right music and people like me draw the right dance, it's fun. But none of that makes sense, comrades, if also on election day you don't go to the polling station and stay in that line. As a matter of fact, reach the line early. Donovan Pagan can tell you, we had a rhythm when I was a candidate in Northeast St. Elizabeth. I said to all party workers, you and 10 must vote by 10. And by 12, you must bring 10 more to vote again. If in a constituency like Southeast St. Elizabeth, every party worker brings 20 people to vote by midday, then Scotty will be able to say he's no longer mayor of St. Catherine because he's what? Member of Parliament for Southeast St. Elizabeth. So comrades, I'm going to close in a new way. Usually I would have said at the start, say amen if you love the Lord. And if you love the Lord and believe in his holy name, say amen. I would have said, say power when I say PNP. And if you love the PNP, say power. But I'm not doing that tonight. I won't do that ever again. This is how I open and close all my addresses at these events from now on. When I say PNP, you say vote. PNP. 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 Word is love, comrades. That is it.